This morning, we were joking about whether the president was on the boards of Apple and NVIDIA, given that he's making big decisions that directly impact both companies. I said to David and Carl, no, he's not on the board. He's the chairman of the board, and it takes some getting used to. Look, this was a real bad week for free market capitalism. We saw the White House turn down Jensen Huang's pleas to let him sell advanced chips to China because Jensen believes it's better to dominate that business than to let Chinese competitors take over. We used to have 95% of that market over there for super high-end chips, and now it's down to about 50. But the White House wasn't buying it. They don't want China getting its hands on these chips for national security reasons. End of story. I think Jensen's right. If you get China using our stuff, they'll have much less of an incentive to develop their own with zeal and let's say, even anger. Now, with these export controls, China will go all out to make their advanced chips, and they'll make good ones. Personally, I feel America would be a safer place if China depends on NVIDIA for its best semiconductors. Even more troubling, though, the White House went after Apple for trying to move its iPhone production to India. Not that long ago, Apple was frantic to get out of China because of Trump's extremely high tariffs. The company knew that they could quickly make good phones in India, so they shipped as much as possible, figuring anything that punishes China would make the president happy. But the president had other ideas. He doesn't want the phones to be made in India. He wants them made in the United States, even if it costs a fortune. And it would. Like Jensen, Tim Cook did everything he could to convince the White House not to punish his company with individual tariffs from moving to what he thought was a safe zone. But he failed. This morning, when a story appeared in the Financial Times that Foxconn, a key manufacturer for Apple, is spending $1.5 billion to help Apple build cell phones in India, the president took to Truth Social and threatened Apple with 25% tariffs on phones made there. It's pretty clear to me that Trump wants Foxconn to spend that $1.5 billion here. The undercurrent here is that the president's trade people don't believe that Apple honors its pledges. So they're now being ordered by fiat. I think it's outrageous. Apple's created more jobs in this country than just about any other company. But that seems to mean nothing to the White House. Not honor their pledges. Please, this is Apple. While there's some precedent here, we've never seen a president do this kind of thing during peacetime. Let's step back for a second. We know that presidents have acted directly against business before. In 1946, President Truman temporarily seized the rails after a national strike. In 1962, President Kennedy switched some steel contracts away from Bethlehem Steel after he felt double-crossed by them in a union contract negotiation. Those were pretty intrusive. But Truman and Kennedy were dealing with national issues of incredible importance. The conflicts now are about a president telling companies what to do and where to go, and going after them hard if they don't. NVIDIA loses the China business. Apple either pays the 25% tariff or makes American phones that are too expensive for anyone to buy. Trump is making board-level decisions for these companies. Now, I can see where the president might philosophically disagree with Jensen Huang on this one issue, while the two remain close. There's a legitimate reason to keep NVIDIA's best chips away from China, and, of course, Jensen's now all in with the president after the decision's been made. But Apple, you have an incredible company creating a product that's the envy of the world, the best there is, and you're jerking them around? Apple's committed to put in more than $500 billion worth of investments in the United States. If the White House doesn't think they're fulfilling that pledge, they can just talk to Apple rather than going to war against them. America's finest. No matter what, the president's function as the chairman of the board, overruling company executives about business decisions. He's not accepting the rationales. He wants it his way. In that sense, he's inching step by step toward running what I call command economy. But the bottom line, we have to make our peace with it. And yes, add it to the risk factors of owning stocks here. It puts a premium on companies that Trump and his people play no role in. Unfortunately, the list of companies that are exempt from presidential meddling grows shorter by the day. Hey, let's take questions. Let's go to Dean in Florida. Dean.
Hey, Professor. How you doing today?
I am doing well, Dean. How about you?
Doing great. Founding club member and fellow logophile here. I've always appreciated your lexicon, so this is just for you. In the halcyon days of a bull market, Jim Cramer often adopts a sanguine outlook, reflecting the zeitgeist of investor optimism while cautioning against meretricious stock picks that may seem attractive but lack substance. Hope you like that.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. So let's go to work with the stock. What do we have?
I'm talking about UNH. Is this a buying opportunity or has it become a value stock?
Look, I think now this is a really tricky one because my rules say that even if I like that stock, and I got to tell you, I think that Mr. Hemsley is fantastic. Even if I like that stock, if there is a Justice Department inquiry, if there are problems with the government, I have to take a pass because more often than not, I've been hurt when I speculate. Now, the president is appointing himself chairman of the boards of a growing list of companies. Now, that is, of course, facetious, but I think it's something we've got to make peace with if we want to go successful. Hey, look, we're going to make money either way. I'm not worried. I just got to know the lay of the land. Mad Money is back after the break.
Coming up for some polo? Cramer's digging into the latest earnings from Ralph Lauren and seeing if now is the time to get in on the iconic fashion and lifestyle brand. Next. Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on X. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadMentions. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.